Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to make a super easy apple cobbler. I have this apple pie filling or topping can in my pantry for a while. I don't normally use that for when I make apple pie, but if you do have a can like this just sitting in your pantry, here's just a quick and easy dessert that you can make with it. Down below in the description box, you'll find a list of the ingredients and their amounts. Begin by taking a baking pan. This is a 7 by 11. You can use an 8 by 8. You can even go a little bit larger. It'll just make it a little bit thinner. And then I have a 1/4 cup of butter here. And we're going to just take this butter and put it right in the middle of the pan here. And then we're going to preheat the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 Celsius. And as it preheats, it's going to melt that butter. All right, and now we come over to a medium bowl here, and I have 1 cup of all-purpose flour, a 1/2 cup of white granulated sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and yes, you can use self-rising flour. If you do, only add like a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then you won't need to use the baking powder. I have a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. We'll give this a whisk. 1 cup of milk, and we'll pour that right in the middle there. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And that is the basic batter for this cobbler. Really, really simple and easy. All right, just like that, ready to go. And now, traditionally, if I was doing everything from scratch, you would take 4 apples and you'd cut them and slice them and cut them into chunks, and then you would put them in a pot with about a 1/2 cup of sugar and some lemon juice, and then you would stew those apples down. Sometimes you would add brown sugar as well, and you'd stew those apples down until they got soft. But instead of doing that, we're just going to use the apple pie filling. And I'm specifically showing you this way just because if you have a can of this sitting on your pantry, it just makes a cool pantry dessert. And now we just wait for that oven to preheat. And once the oven preheats, we're going to remove the pan using your hot mitt, of course. And then we're going to take our batter and we're going to pour it right there in the middle. And just spread it out a little bit. Don't like stir it or mix it or anything. And then we'll take our apple filling here. And we're going to just put this on top here and spread it out evenly. Just like that. And then into the oven it goes. Again, 375 Fahrenheit, 190 Celsius. And we're going to bake it somewhere between 25 and 30 minutes until the top is nice and golden brown. And when it comes out of the oven, it'll look something like this. This actually took about 35 minutes. So the amount of time will vary, 25 to 35 minutes. It might even take up to 40 minutes, just depends on how large of a pan, how deep it is. Okay, and now we're just going to let this cool for 15 to 30 minutes and then dig into it. And once you let it cool a little bit, you can cut into it. I'm just going to use my spatula here. And I usually get about 8 servings out of it, but you can make them smaller, the servings, if you want. I usually just make it the width of my spatula. Scoop it out here and put it on a plate. And since I don't have any vanilla ice cream on me, I'm going to do a little bit of cookies and cream. Well, there you go, super easy apple cobbler made with apple pie filling. I'm Matt Taylor. This has been another episode of In the Kitchen with Matt. Thank you for joining me. Thumbs up, down the corner, press it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Take care. Time for me to dive into this. Oh yeah. This is so good.